Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Monzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are. It's Monday, June 16, and it finally rained over the weekend. If you're not watching from Puerto Vallarta, rest assured we got a little wet, and it's a good thing. I was what happened? It didn't rain that much on which one was the day in which it rained at some point over the weekend. In fact, I think it was Saturday afternoon. I was chilling at home. It started raining, and all of a sudden I got 3 or 4 text messages from friends in other parts of town. So it was a big deal. It was a big deal to me. And the temperature came down a little, and it is nice and quiet out there. And with a little bit of luck, it will continue to rain during the week. I hope you had a good weekend. I have some news that I want to share with you for today. And we have an interview. We're going to unpack this business of vocal yoga. I was happy to hear this morning from Stan telling me that there are still a few spaces left. So in the second half, we're going to learn a little bit about this. But first, let's dive through a couple. Well, that sneeze came out of nowhere, bless me. And I think I got to the mute button. Oh, just in time. The sniffles. Let's take a look at the news. This is great news for children in our city. Children, boys, and families from Las Juntas celebrated the opening of Tukilandia, a completely renovated park that now looks colorful and lively. This is located on Hidalgo Street in Las Juntas, and this new recreational space is part of the parks promoted by the Luis Munguia administration with the goal of restoring public spaces in the municipality. These look awesome for kids. I mean, I walked past the one that was just inaugurated at the Los Sauces Park on Las Torres Avenue on Saturday, and they are called Tukilandia. This comes from the land of the Tuki, and Tuki is kind of an affectionate way to refer to a toucan, and the toucan, of course, is part of the logo of the Green Party, which is the party that is currently ruling our administration, and that is why these are called Tukilandia parks. Moving right along, I thought I was going to have disappointing news for you this morning, and I did a little bit of quick homework. You see, Tribuna de la Bahía reported on that Mercado dish competition that took place over the weekend. This took place at Emiliano Zapata. If you missed the broadcast where we talked about this competition was about different food places or food businesses in different mercados around town competing against each other for the most flavorful, most delectable dish. And the first article that I found about this came from Tribuna de la Bahía, and it mentioned all the winners, but of course it didn't mention which mercados the dishes came from. But then I was able to track another article before we started the broadcast, and now I can tell you who the winners were, and where you can explore these dishes if you'd like to do that. The first place was La Fondita de Marina. They served a dish with charred ribs or costillas tatemadas, and La Fondita de Marina is located at the Emiliano Zapata Market. In second place was La Cocina de Don Toño, with a dish consisting of pig's trotters in aguachile. And in third place was La Cocina de Maruso with a chile relleno stuffed with shrimp. And both second place and third place, La Cocina de Don Toño or La Cocina de Maruso, are located at the Quale Artisanal Market upstairs on the second story. If you've never eaten there, there's a bunch of eateries that serve really yummy and affordable food. So I know that I'm going to be looking for that chile relleno stuffed with shrimp sometime in the near future because that's fairly close to the Joint Boutique Hotel. Fairly close. Seriously, Paco, it's 1 block away. So next time I find myself near the Joint Boutique Hotel and I'm hungry for lunch, I'm definitely going to go looking for one of these dishes. No, um, no offense to some of our wonderful gourmet restaurants in town, but there's nothing that can compare to mercado food. And sometimes we tend to be a little bit careful about, well, should we try it? Should we not? Is it safe? Is it not safe? And, we eat at these mercados and we love the food. And I encourage anyone who hasn't to go explore the eateries at the local mercados. You'd be pleasantly surprised. Moving right along, our president, Claudia Sheinbaum, is traveling to Canada to meet with other world leaders as part of the G7 summit. And she has confirmed that she has a meeting scheduled with President Trump. And she affirmed that she will defend with dignity Mexicans and their fellow citizens in her country. So we wish our president all kinds of wonderful good vibes, and we are looking forward to learning more about how this very important meeting with many important world leaders is going to pan out. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, we had some rain over the weekend. Of course, not as much as I would have wanted, but enough to bring down the temperatures, to clean up the air, and to make my nose all sniffly for some reason. Let's see what snarky weather has to say. Jesus Lion Taming Christ, it's partly cloudy. Well, we would certainly hope so. It is 28 degrees. That's like at least 2 degrees less than what it's been. 28 degrees. Humidity, however, is high at 76%. Our weather forecast for today indicates that we're going to have mostly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 50%, a high of 31, and a low of 25. Tomorrow, Tuesday, scattered thunderstorms possible throughout the day with a chance of rain of 75%, a high of 32, and a low of 26. Then Wednesday, light rain throughout the day with a chance of rain of 81%, a high of 31, and a low of 26. Moving right along, of course, it's raining now and it is hot and humid. So our good friends at DiVino Dante have closed Pizza Joe, which of course is an alfresco restaurant on top of Galleria Dante, on top of DiVino Dante, the beautiful restaurant. But if you're craving some of their thin crust pizza, you'll be happy to know that DiVino Dante has moved downstairs. I mean, Pizza Joe has moved downstairs to DiVino Dante through the summer months. So you can order their wonderful thin crust pizza in air-conditioned comfort. And even better than that, they're running this special in which you can have an entire pizza plus 2 glasses of wine for 400 pesos. Now, an entire pizza will easily feed 2 people that are not very hungry. Or if you're really hungry, you can just have the whole pizza to yourself. I've done it before and I've loved every bite of it. So there you have it. Here's a nice option of the many options available for food in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. And before we turn over to our restaurant, oh my God, to our interview, don't be a stupid tourist. Let's not be stupid tourists, please. At Verona's Palazzo Maffei, 2 visitors sat on a delicate work of contemporary art, causing it to instantly collapse and almost destroy. The piece, titled "The Van Gogh Chair," was created by Italian artist Nicola Bolla. It was covered with thousands of Swarovski crystals. It was inspired by the famous armchair featured in Vincent van Gogh's painting The Bedroom. But unlike the original, this chair was designed solely for contemplation, not for use. It was sitting on top of a tiny platform, which did not discourage tourists to take selfies of themselves on the chair. And when the lady sat, nothing happened. When the husband sat, the chair broke, and the tourists just walked away. So let's not be tourists like that. And I wonder if these two will ever sleep comfortably for the rest of their lives. But that's just me. Now, continuing right along with our broadcast, we told you about vocal yoga. We told you about neurofeedback last week. And now, hold on just a second. Hold on. Something's going on here. I'm getting a weird vibe from my broadcast software. It is kind of hung. Very bizarre. I don't want to start my interview until I'm sure that this is working properly. Hold on just a second. How very bizarre. Something is not operating properly. Give me just 1 second so that I can diagnose what's going on. Okay, I'm going to run this interview, and this is the interview with Stan and with Gloria Fiona. And I hope this runs properly. And where is it? Here it is. And I'll see you on the other side. Or at least
a new friend and a not so new friend, but always wonderful. Hello, Stan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. And I'm also here with Gloria Fiona.
Hello.
It is such a pleasure to finally have a chance to sit down and converse. How are you guys doing?
Great. I was so excited to finally sit down with you as well.
Because, I mean, yeah, what I've known of you, Gloria, and I'm sure you will unpack some things, is that you were doing some performances in town. You've been in several venues. But then I saw a video of you not even 2 days ago playing with a
Handpad.
yeah.
Yes, it's a handpad. Yes, it's something that just came up little by little in the last few months. That's I was in my meditation. I started to just sing for myself in a way that I never did before, because I realized that I overtold my voice what to do, the way that she has to sing. And I was in a meditation one day, and I just started to just singing, producing sounds from my voice. And after that, my lovely wife said to me, "This is beautiful. I could hear it all day long, and you have to do this for people if you feel comfortable with." So I started to learn a little bit more about it, and I discovered this instrument handpan, which I accompany my voice with as well sometimes. So it's something new for me, but I've been doing this for myself for a couple of months already to canalize energies and feel good with my own energy. You know, you have to always to take care of your energy, spirit, mind, and body.
Absolutely. And I understand this is what brings you two together with a new project. Stan, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. So we're really excited to be working together. We met, actually, I've been a groupie of hers, following her concerts because I just love her voice. I think she's so just exceptional. So there you have it. And I invited her to explore neurofeedback. And so she got to know neurofeedback and how it can help individuals with the sense of wellness, centering. And, I already knew about her abilities to move people with her words and her song and her voice. And so we started talking about how we could collaborate around mind, body, spirit, looking at opportunities for us to bring in technology, but also bring in the heart.
And what was the result of that conversation?
Bam.
Bam.
We are here.
We are here. Yes. Okay. So what do you bring to the table?
I am now trying to clean my energy as much as possible to, sing and canalize from my voice just the energy that I feel around. So sometimes I sing to someone and I canalize energies and it could just goes out from my voice for someone specific or for a group of people. It's never the same. And it's right in the moment. So this is what I'm doing right now. And I feel it really almost like how can I say healing
Healing.
me.
Uh-huh.
And I decided to put on the table for others as well. And I'm receiving really positive reactions. So I said, okay, this is my goal. My voice has been with me since I was born, maybe from before. So she's wiser than me. I'm just gonna follow it.
Fair. Fair. So you come up with an experience, I understand.
Right. So her vocal yoga, it's really quite exceptional in terms of helping people to center themselves, listen, absorb. There's a wonderful energy that she shares through her singing and playing of instruments. And so what we've done is we've combined that into again, kind of building on the Wellness Thursdays that we have here already at the Joint Boutique with neurofeedback every Thursday, and we're going to add to that for 2 consecutive Thursdays starting next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday, and it will start with an hour of vocal yoga. And then before or after, they can also do neurofeedback. So it's really like an introduction into how people can spend time on themselves, with themselves, helping to center, balance, and then regulate.
Okay. This sounds daunting to me. And so representing the number of people that are watching today, yes. Hello, people that are watching the interview. And yes, that was a phone that started ringing a second ago, which is why we all got jolty a second ago. We don't edit these interviews. We just want to serve them as they are. I'm watching this interview and I'm thinking vocal yoga. I am not flexible and I am not a singer. Why would I want to go to vocal yoga? What is vocal yoga?
Vocal yoga is a practice that you can do for yourself, and it's beautiful and really uplifting for the energy to hear it. And the first time that I hear it, it was on a channel online, and I get down on a deep meditation, and I started to just receive messages, receive visions. My energy after that was so, I felt so happy and a lot of appreciation for a lot of things. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how to explain it because it's difficult to explain energy. But that's how I felt when I took one session, and that I figured it out that it was vocal yoga what I was doing, but I didn't know before because I just get into it and I said, okay, this is happening to me. What is this? And it pumped up this vocal yoga. And it was exactly what I was doing. And I said, okay, I'm going to take a session by myself and let's see how I feel. Like, not just me doing it for myself, but hear it from outside and just let it go. So it's a guided meditation that brings you in a place where you can really open your energy and be so relaxed to receive all the beautiful things that are in the air that you can't receive, that are in a certain way tools.
So if I am taking vocal yoga, am I chanting or singing, or are you doing that?
I am doing that.
You're doing the singing.
Yeah.
You're using the sound of your voice and the drum as well, or
And the drum as well.
to help
And
people.
sound of chanting bowls.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So I'm singing on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
of the bowls. So I mixed my voice, and it's never the same. It depends on the people that you have in front of you and the energy that you feel. And sometimes the voice with the bowls get into your body and you just feel it, like move it in your stomach and your I had a lady that told me, when you were singing, I started to feel some hurt in my fingers. And I said, well, there's something in the energy there that needs to be worked. And then I did it again, and it little by little goes away.
How long does your average session last of vocal yoga? Like if I signed up, this is going to take how much time?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, usually 1 hour. Then I had even a couple of sessions that last 1 hour 15, 1 hour 20. It's all about feeling and guide the people. Sometimes people are not ready to come back yet. You can feel it, you can see it, so you stay a little bit more, or they are ready to come back before 15 minutes and they come back. So it depends really on the people.
On the individual. And this is combined with neurofeedback,
Yes.
Stan?
Yes, it is. And before I talk about neurofeedback, I can certainly give my perspective as an observer and a participant in one of your sessions, and that is, she is a guide and brings everyone center, and it's, you're getting a performance, a beautiful voice, really for you and a small group who's participating. With the chanting, like you said, using the singing bowls, and it's like your own private yoga session with someone who's guiding you with their voice. And when in my session, towards the end, I was getting my emotions were kind of rising up, right, into my throat, and it was just a very powerful experience of feeling connected.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So that's the heart side. And then we're complementing it, kind of this yin and yang of heart and brain, where people can, the programming, it starts at 1 o'clock. Some people show up at 1 o'clock, and then some people can do neurofeedback then as we greet one another. And then we roll into her hour-ish long session. And then after that, people can do a neurofeedback session. For those who don't know about this type of neurofeedback, it's a 33-minute session geared towards your own journey. So you have a journey with Gloria, and then you have your own journey doing brain training, helping you to regulate your own emotions through training your brain to get out of the ruts that we sometimes can get into. So I like to say, it doesn't change your life, but it changes how you respond to life.
Well, as a convert, and I'd like to say that to anyone that's watching, because I've had the pleasure of benefiting from Stan's neurofeedback sessions tremendously. It is something that has definitely improved my well-being, my ability to focus, my ability to sleep. And I can only imagine, having limited experience, Gloria, seeing people lead meditation through hand drums and quartz bowls and stuff like that. I am sure you bring something important to the table. Is there something that we haven't talked about that you think is important for people to know, or a place where they can find more information?
Yes, for me, yes. I discovering now that we have tons of tools that we can use in this world in our daily life to regulate our energy and be so positive and do everything, lot of things positive for the people and the world that we have around, and we are not aware about it. I was not aware about l- all the tools that we have with the wellness, around the wellness, and that's no rule. Like everyone can just discover what's the safe space where you can do and you build your own tools. So what we want to do, or the vision about all of this, is come up with this together and brings more and more tools to the people that they can just come and take home, and they can do it every day by yourself. Take care of yourself, which is one of the most important things in your life, to even take care of others.
How about you, Stan? Anything that we haven't talked about that is really important?
So, these two sessions on the 19th and 26th of June, it's just a start. We actually are planning a summer camp, also hosted here at the Joint for July. And in the short time that we've had this publicized, I've received several messages asking about further future events. So this is just the start of us. And we really do think that we can, for those who want to show up them for themselves. There's an opportunity for them to help to center themselves and allow for better emotional regulation and well-being. Now, they can find more information at vallartaneurofeedback.com. That's where we host the information for this event, and they can see what future dates we have planned also.
Well, it is a pleasure to see you both. It's a pleasure to see you both playing together, because I think, and I could be wrong, but I think there's never enough effort to take care of ourselves. And taking care of ourselves has so much more to do than just, going to the doctor and so forth and so on. I'm so glad to see you exploring other alternatives. And I certainly hope that there will be enough curious friends out there watching this interview that will want to reach out to the both of you.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. Are you familiar with these characters? If you watch this on TV, then you already know Michel Legrand. I may not be able to tell you much about what happens next here, but if you join me this coming Thursday at 5 p.m. at the Joint Boutique Hotel, you may learn a thing or two about Michel Legrand. And there you have it, between Michel Legrand on Thursday and neurofeedback on Thursday and vocal yoga on Thursday. I think the joint will explode with all kinds of good energy, or at least that's what I hope. Let's take a look at some of your comments before we wrap it up very quickly. Many good mornings, which I very much appreciate. Let's see. Susan is 226 kilometers away from the G7 summit. That's a lot closer than many of us. So I hope things go well. More good mornings. More good mornings. Deb is happy with your youngest son. How wonderful is that? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm sure the president will be awesome. She's got tact and class. Well, I am sure that she's going to be fabulous. More about that. President Claudia is very smart, and she really has been working hard in maintaining a good administration, not letting Trump to bully Mexico. Yes, and another one from Claude regarding the president attending the meeting in Canada. I hope she can share some of her tact expertise and her example of being a true president to the other leaders that are there. My opinion, of course, this is a place to share opinions. Thank you very much for that. Queen of Questions says, are you not supposed to just look and admire art? Common sense did not prevail. Yes, I saw the video a couple of times, and I think I died a couple thousand deaths when I saw that happen. Not pretty. And it'll be in the show notes if you want to go there. Let's see. While we were watching this interview, we heard from Bob Barsanti, new theater director in town. I'm so happy to remind everyone of the auditions that are going on for Teatro Sin Borders. They're getting closer. They're going to be this week, as I understand it. So best of wishes with that. Let's see what else we have. Logan has a takeaway. It doesn't change your life, but it changes how you respond to life. That's my journaling prompt of the day. Love this. Well, I can only say that it has been a wonderful experience to be closer to Stan and his wellness pursuits. And I'm sure that what Gloria, Fiona brings to the table is also enriching. Yes. Now. Maybe our lovely Presidenta will give Trump some advice on how to properly display the military. Well, I think I'm going to stay out of that conversation and let the media take care of that for us. This is what we had for today. Thank you so very much for joining me on another day, for bringing your comments to the table. And once again, we will have more Spotlight this Wednesday. I'm going to be joined by Diana of Diana Boat Tours. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to that. But even before then, I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great Monday, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning.